Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your water signs reading Mayflowers. Thank you so much for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I really hope to continue to grow the channel and I appreciate your support at this time. For your comments, if you like this reading and you want to see more of this, please make sure to let me know or give me some ideas of what you'd like to see in the future. I like to do unique readings, so I don't have a problem with that. But please keep it to only positive comments. I'm here to try to help and uplift everybody. I appreciate only positive comments. Let's go ahead and get started in your reading. So here we have some tarot messages clarified with some other cards. So your first message for your center energy is Nine of Wands, which is about resilience. This has been a time where, it's been very difficult to get through this time period. And you've really had to rely on you as a water sign and the strength that you embody and carry. You're clarifying, which is the red rose card here, says hidden secrets. Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. And this is by Buddha. And that it seems to be relaying to me that something that was being hidden from you, the truth, something is definitely going to come out. And along with that, you've got the moon and the sun. So the moon, of course, is about hidden things, but the sun is also about illumination. And so as you go into this new cycle, I think that's what you're going to receive: the truth and illumination of things as they really are. Your crowning card here is about transition. So moving on to calmer waters with the Six of Swords. And then you have the pink rose for your clarifier, which is about grace and sweetness. The pursuit of perfection, then, is the pursuit of sweetness and light by Matthew Arnold. And so really just stepping into this new piece with grace and sweetness, not holding on to anything negative as you move into this new cycle is going to be very important. And, just that whole thing about grace. I mean, grace is about really releasing those things that don't serve you any longer, and walking in the sweetness of the abundance of mind, spirit, and body, as well as, just really understanding that life has beauty in it, no matter what your circumstances are, and maybe to really step into the appreciation of that and walking in grace without any malice or any negativity towards anyone isn't going to be important as you move forward. Here for, let's get here to your undermining first. You have Princess Swords with determination. So you are determined to move forward to calmer waters. You're determined to move forward, period. You have the Amaryllis card as your clarifier, which again, double message, determination right here, creative achievement. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. And this is by Maya Angelou. So this speaks to me that you are a wealth of creativity. And this is really speaking into using that as you move forward in whatever way you choose. Now, here is what led up to this. And you receive the Ace of Discs or Ace of Pentacles card here, representative of wealth. Now, a lot of times we confuse wealth. Not to say that wealth isn't monetary, because it is, but there's so much more to wealth that we have to embrace as we move into this new cycle. It's not all about the money anymore. That's an important part. We got to pay bills. We got to, do that kind of stuff, without question. But, how you see wealth and how you see abundance, I think is in the transition phase as well. So here we have Sacred Lotus, which is enlightenment. No Mud, No Lotus by Thich Nhat Hanh. Then you have Primrose, Youthful Love. If I had a single flower for every time I think of you, I could walk forever in my garden by Claudia Adrian Grandi. So this is perhaps about youthful love and getting back into that innocence, into that joyful, playful side of you as you move forward. And it seems like there could either be someone in your life that you feel this way about, or that you're going to feel this way about. You have gladiola, strength of character and moral integrity. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experiences of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. And that's by Helen Keller. So that is, all about you walking in your integrity and your character. You know how you want to move forward, and you're doing it just the way you would like to. And then you've got Sweet William, which is all about gallantry. Grant me a single smile. Sweet William's smile has form and aspect bright, like the sweet flower that yields great Jove Delight by Abraham Cowley. So this is really, about, again, to me, this speaks of, that innocent love, that love that you have when you first fall in love, and getting back to that. So it looks like something is going to be rejuvenated as far as how you are approaching love as well, because you've got a few messages on that. Now, for your outcome, we have planning with the Two of Wands. And then your clarifiers are lily, majesty and virtue. The lily is the emblem rare of many virtues, good and rare. So this is, again, walking into and planning to, move forward with someone else that carries these virtues because they are like you. And then here we have nasturtium, which is victory and conquest. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still, and that's by Lao Tzu. And this is, to me, talking about the journey you've been on, because you have mastered yourself. And so now you are moving forward in that strength, in that character, in that peace, love, joy, who you really are, your authentic self. And that did not change. It may have been honed a bit, but your true character never changed. Pansy, sweet thoughts. Pray you love, remember, and there are pansies. That's for thoughts and unknown. I think this is really just remembering how sweet love is, and getting back to that sweetness again, because there's pansies, and those pansies are about thoughts. So to me, also stepping into loving thoughts about yourself and getting away from any kind of negative thoughts. That's the other thing that came when I was reading that card. And then you got Gloxinia, which is love at first sight and proud spirit. When I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew, William Shakespeare. And this is about having the kind of relationship where you can truly know that person has your back, you have theirs, and you two are very like-minded souls, potentially soulmates and or twin flames on this one with this message too. So if you don't know this person, you will, and if you know this person, you both have stood the trial here. And now you're walking back into the oneness of the twin flame journey, because you're both, souls together, that have, two souls that have, been joined together long before you even came to this earth and this carnation kind of thing. So you two have known each other, and that's why it was love at first sight, because you knew each other that way prior. So you had past love with this person. Here with your other clarifiers, we have socialize with a geranium. So really it's about time to get out and celebrate, have a good time again, because it's been a long journey. And then we have Echinacea, which is jealousy. I'm going to read that because I'm not sure what that would be, unless that could be people around you that are, showing signs of jealousy. But you've got evening primrose, which is about moon magic, and you have echinacea, which is about chrome magic. So when I get through the other messages, I'm going to go back and read those for you. But you've got calendula, which is communication. Our thoughts and words have great creative power, both positive and negative, for ourselves and others. Calendula helps soothe your thoughts and words with warmth and compassion and understanding. so that there's a balance between assertiveness and receptiveness of communication with others. And that speaks to, I think, going back to that grace, and walking in grace. And that's really important as you move forward with communication as well. Understanding that there is a balance when you speak to others, and maybe to really, pay attention to how you're speaking to others, so that they can be receptive to what you're saying, because you may not have always thought about that in the past. You have barrage, optimism. And one more thing that's coming to me about this, those thoughts again, and making sure that what you are speaking out is positive, because the negative things that you are putting out are very, very magnetizing to the light that you're putting out. So if you're having negative thoughts or anything like that, you're putting that out, and so you're going to draw that back to you. So you're being, reminded at this time to be of high vibration, and really curb those negative thinking kind of things. Here we have barrage, which is optimism. Sweet barrage encourages playfulness and spontaneity, to go back to that geranium here. And then some of the other message you got over here too. Playfulness and spontaneity to help uplift your spirits when you're feeling disheartened and blue. Barrage will help you to rise above sorrow and depression and instill fresh courage, enthusiasm, and confidence in your ability to move through life's obstacles. So really, understanding that, being playful and not being so serious is really going to be important for you, especially when those times like you're feeling down. Do something to bring yourself out of that, those moments, as much as you can. So here we have campanula, which is alignment. Campanula bells are ringing in the spirit of abundance from the limitless universal source, helping you align your thoughts, words, and actions with true self, which knows no limitations. Focus on all you have achieved instead of dwelling on all that there is yet to do. Be well and be happy. So really this is about walking in, hey, I've come through all this, and then celebrating how much you've come through, instead of looking at it from a lack standpoint, what you don't have, kind of thinking. So it's really about, transitioning your thinking, and your actions that correspond to that. Ladies' mental nurturance. Like being held in your mother's arms, ladies' mental brings feelings of gentle reassurance and joyful contentment to your body, mind, and soul, especially during times of upheaval and change. Know you are loved and fully supported in all ways. You have all the inner resources you need to be happy and whole. So this is really just, nurturing yourself at this time. Self-love and self-care are needed for you to move forward here, so you can transition, and do that in the best way possible. You have daylily, which is centering. Daylily is short-lived, each bloom fading only after a day. She reminds you to live in the present with deep understanding that you cannot change things outside of yourself. Daylily encourages you to live in the moment, to loosen up and allow natural processes and flow to occur in your daily happenings. So again, another card of not trying to control, trying to loosen your grip, going with the flow, and really being like the water sign you are, letting yourself go with the flow and have some fun. Rose, joy. Rose is comforting and soothing, infusing your heart and soul with gratitude and joy, and helping you to stay centered and loving towards yourself and others when it is needed most. Rose reminds you to be open to the sweetness of life and support your personal growth, whatever the conditions surrounding you may be. So this is really about having joy regardless of the circumstances, not looking at the situations that you've endured and learned lessons from in a negative fashion, but you're still here, you're still standing, and being thankful just for that, allowing joy to come in your life, instead of some of the negative emotions that I can feel, that have been on your mind. I want to read those messages that we talked about out here. So let me get to those. We have Echinacea about jealousy. Let's see what that's saying. This is the Flower Magic Oracle cards. Okay. All right. So the message is time to pull up your big kid pants. Archelia suggests you need to release negative energy, banish fears, and allow yourself to deal with the issues that are holding you back. What is it that you are afraid of doing? Why? Archelia gives you the courage to tackle issues, situations, and difficult people head on. Dig deep. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Stop making excuses and putting things off. Deal with problems now with the strength that you know you already have. Take deep breaths or summon your Dutch, French, German, or anti-country pride to find your courage. The universe would not ask you to do these things if it did not believe you could handle them. Think of them as challenges or goals, and you will succeed. Okay, and then we have Evening Primrose, which is the moon controls so much that moves within us. What is it that she is trying to tell you or show you? Are you not listening or looking? Her magic is linked to emotions. Are yours overwhelming you? Let go, let it out, let it flow. Don't keep it bottled up. Go outside in the dark and look up. Ask for her advice, support, and wisdom. Seek out the feminine no matter what gender you are. Trust in your sisters and even in the feminine side of yourself to bring about balance in your personality. The moon may be telling you that someone of your feminine persuasion has your back and possibly some insight for you. And then we have Echinacea, which is the crone magic, and this says, the feisty, dark, and sometimes grumpy old bent of the goddess world. The crone has a huge resource of magic that she will lend to you if you ask nicely. This card is about wisdom, ancient knowledge, and the connection to our ancestors. Right now, the crone has some wise words for you. Heed her guidance and ignore her at your peril. Listen to her advice, then carefully tap into the power of Echinacea to use it. Sometimes we need help, and occasionally we need to lean on others. Let them lend you their power, and you don't have to do everything on your own. Life is busy and it can be hectic and grueling. This is a reminder that it is okay to focus on yourself, tap into the crone magic, step into the stillness of the dark, and just be. Seek healing from deep within. It could be the start of a whole new you. And again, that speaks to the transition we talked about with your crowning energy. You've been resilient, you've gone through a lot, and now you're coming on the other side through your determination, and looking at things differently with understanding that wealth comes in many forms, and focusing on what you have instead of what you don't have, as you plan things for the future, and you step into a loving situation with somebody else who you feel is like you, so much like you that they're your twin flame. I do hope that this helps you, water signs. Much love and light, Lady T.